there's a little love for anybody who might be feeling stuck or frustrated with where they're at, thinking that you should be somewhere else in life or further on or whatever. Probably a year and a half ago or so, I still owned a fitness studio, and I was coming up on like the 9th year of it, and my body was broken down. It was like I couldn't take it anymore, and I felt so stuck to this city, and I wanted out so bad, so badly. And again, so I could continue telling you all of, this stuff, and these stories that I kept telling myself, and I just didn't know how to get out of it, and I didn't know how to reframe what was going on. Stacy, in this body was done. I didn't know how mentally, physically, emotionally, financially I could continue. I could look back at a series of events, many events that had happened throughout the years, and connect dots on certain things that had happened that like broke me down, that I was like, I don't know how I can continue doing this solo. One morning, it was like I needed to talk. It was my turn to talk. All those years, I held space for the members. I held space for anybody and everybody who came in, and it was like I just needed to talk anyway. I became very good friends with so many people throughout the years, but one of them in particular, she held the space for me that morning on such a deep level that I don't even think she knows to this day. You know who you are when you see it. But I opened up and I was like, I don't know how I can do this anymore. All the stuff. My body hurts. Like I'm done with this city. I know I'm meant for more than this. I'm meant to help more people. She looked at me and she said, Stacy, maybe you're still here because you're still needed here. And it was like mic drop. I needed to hear that so deeply. I needed to hear that on so many levels, but it landed. That's the thing. It landed so deeply. It was like God, universe, source divine, put her in front of me that morning specifically to say that, is maybe you're still here in this position because you're still needed here. And that's all she said. That's all she needed to say, whether it was for my own growth still or because other people needed me still, needed my help, my love, or maybe because I still was wrapping up a lesson that I was learning of boundaries and compassion and using my voice and speaking up and love, whatever. I don't know. And it doesn't matter. That landed so deeply for me. Anyway, so with all that being said, if you are struggling or flustered and just aren't understanding why you're still in that position that you're in, give yourself some grace, zoom out a little bit, and maybe it's because you're still needed there. Remember, every moment, every single moment, you are exactly where you need to be. Exactly where you need to be. It might not be where you want to be, but it's where you need to be. And so step back a little bit, and by that, turn in, fall back into self, and give yourself some grace, and maybe just give yourself a big ol' hug right now, because your soul's needing a big ol' hug. Okay.